what Mr. Meshullam is saying, whether they believe his opinion, as we do know that the experts in this case are allowed to provide their own opinion. What we do know is that we will be bringing in Cathy Russon. And Cathy, are you with me at this point? Do we have Cathy on the line? Do we have Cathy on the line with us?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Cathy. How are you this morning?
Great. How are you?
I'm fine. And I said this morning, I should have said this afternoon. I'm sorry about that.
Well, it's still morning for me.
Oh, well, that's good. There we go. Good morning. So we have Mr. Meshullam on the stand today. What did you think of his testimony this morning? How do you think that he came across?
Well, he's good for the defense. I have been watching our chat rooms, and the trial watchers are not buying anything that he's selling. Right. But if I try and look at this from a strictly unbiased view, I think he's been able to explain the defense side of how this happened. Although I am also not really buying it.
You're not.
I mean, I'm really not. I'm not buying this case at all, actually. But you know, him saying that Mr. Kendhammer took his left fist, punched across his body to the windshield. Why not? Why not your right? Why leave your right hand on the steering wheel and come across your body with your left to punch the inside of your windshield to stop a bird from hitting it? That's not a normal reaction for any of us.
No.
But he changes and says it was a bird. This is what Kendhammer told police. But then also, kind of at the same time, says that he saw a pipe fall off the truck and coming toward his window. So we don't, which was it? Was it a bird? Was it a pipe? And is your reaction really to reach across your body with your opposite hand and punch the inside of your windshield to stop a bird? It really makes no sense.
Well, to play devil's advocate here a little bit, I mean, do we know whether or not he is, I guess, right or left-handed? Would that have made a difference?
I mean, I guess that could make a difference. And I do not know if that has come out in court.
Right.
If he has, it just doesn't seem like a normal reaction. Now we have to all think of an instant reaction. All of us would do. Jurors are going to put themselves in his position when they discuss this. And what are they going to do? What's a normal reaction when you're in the driver's seat driving? Your wife is over here in the passenger seat, and you think a bird is coming to your window. Your normal reaction is to take a hand from across your body and hit the windshield as hard as you can to stop a bird. It makes zero sense.
I have to, I have to agree with you, Cathy. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, now we take it further and say, okay, let's dismiss his bird theory, and he sees a pipe coming. Still, that is such an odd reaction. No matter what you think is coming toward your windshield, I don't know. For me, my reaction is to take my right hand and immediately protect who's in the passenger seat and bring it across. Hand, right? It has nothing to do with hitting a windshield. Maybe men react differently than women, but that would be my reaction. You know, all of this is going to be discussed in that jury room when they get to deliberate this case. They're going to be talking about what makes sense, and does this make sense? And then they're going to compare the two experts. And the state expert clearly says that's not how it happened. And the defense expert is saying, absolutely, this is showing that this could have happened this way. They have to, and sometimes they just decide experts cancel each other out. But I think in this case, they can't do that because they have to sort of recreate the scene and see what could have happened with this pipe. You know, there's many different things. There's his knuckles that are so bloody on both hands. His left hand is a lot worse. So I guess that's the explanation of punching the wind. But his right knuckles are also scraped up. I mean, and the defense is explaining that with glass shards. I don't know. I'm not buying it.
No, well, a lot of our viewers aren't buying this at all. By no means, but I mean, I guess we have to take into consideration the fact that freak accidents do happen on occasion. So it could have been, just in accidents in general, sometimes we don't even know how, when you get into a motor vehicle accident, you don't know exactly how certain parts of the vehicle became damaged because maybe, a vehicle only came from a certain vantage point. So we do know that freak accidents can happen, but in this case, it just seems that it does not make a lot of sense. Like the theory that the defense has brought up in this case does not seem very logical, especially due to parts of the testimony from the medical examiner, the injuries that his wife had sustained, and as you discussed, the injuries to his hands. A lot of this just does not make sense, and I think we may be